Ever wondered what the most expensive leathers in the world actually are? And what makes them so pricey? Some of these hides cost hundreds of dollars per square foot, and it's not just about rarity. It's about the craftsmanship that goes into tanning them, their unique feel, and the prestige they carry. Let's count down the top 5 most expensive leathers in the world, starting from the least expensive and working our way up to the most expensive. At number 5, we have ostrich leather. It could be around $20 to $60 per square foot. Ostrich hides are famous for those distinct raised bumps, or quills they're called, where the feathers were attached. That texture gives it an unmistakable luxury look, especially on handbags and boots. A full ostrich hide runs around $20 to $60 per square foot, and premium finishes can go even higher. It's soft, durable, and flexible, but only the center portion of the hide has that iconic quill pattern, so a lot of the surface area isn't even usable for high-end products. That limited yield, paired with its unique texture and vibrant dyeing capability, is what keeps ostrich leather solidly in the luxury category. Moving on to number 4, we've got python leather. This one stands out for its natural scale pattern, which luxury designers love because no two skins look the same. The price usually falls between $30 to $65 per square foot, depending on the species and the finish. Working with python leather is tricky. The scales can lift or crack if the leather isn't tanned perfectly. It also requires pattern matching across the seams, which wastes a lot of material. On top of that, most python species are regulated under CITES, so all imports and exports require certification. Between the limited supply, strict regulations, and the craftsmanship needed to process it, python easily earns its spot on this list. Moving on over to number 3, and this is going to be Stingray leather, also known as shagreen. This leather is unlike anything else, covered in tiny, bead-like calcium nodules that make it almost impossible to scratch. It's extremely durable, water-resistant, and has a glossy, gem-like surface that reflects light beautifully, but it's also notoriously hard to work with. Cutting and sewing Stingray requires specialized tools because the texture can dull blades instantly. Depending on grade and finish, Stingray leather can cost around $40 to $75 per square foot, and sometimes more for metallic or dyed finishes. That unique texture and difficulty to work with make it one of the most exclusive materials for wallets, belts, and small accessories. Coming in at number 2 is a favorite among leather enthusiasts. It's the shell cordovan. Unlike traditional cowhide, shell cordovan isn't made from the outer skin. It comes from a dense membrane under the rump of a horse, called the shell. Each shell is only about 2 square feet, and the tanning process takes over 6 months, with repeated cycles of stuffing, polishing, and glazing by hand. That's why cordovan sells for around $100 per square foot, sometimes even higher for rare colors like whiskey or green. It's loved for its incredible shine, durability, and the fact that it doesn't crease, it ripples. You'll mostly find it in high-end shoes and small leather goods that are built to last for decades. And finally, the most expensive leather in the world, crocodile and alligator leather. Those exotic skins are the pinnacle of luxury, used by brands like Hermes, Gucci, and Louis Vuitton. A single square foot of premium alligator leather can cost anywhere from $200 to over $400, and a full hide can easily run into the thousands. The price comes down to 3 things: scarcity, precision, and prestige. Only a small portion of the belly is perfectly smooth and symmetrical enough for luxury goods. The rest of the hide often goes unused. On top of that, crocodile and alligator farming is highly regulated under CITES, and tanning requires expert handling to keep the scales flexible and glossy. It's one of those few leathers where craftsmanship and rarity truly define its value. So there you have it, the 5 most expensive leathers in the world, from ostrich all the way to crocodile and alligator. Each one tells a story about craftsmanship, scarcity, and tradition. If you've ever worked with any of these leathers, drop a comment and let me know what you thought of them. Were they worth the hype, or just a pain to work with? If you enjoyed this breakdown, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more leatherworking content, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.